7, 1, 2, 5. Are we doing this right?
Hell motherfucking no.
Nope.
I think we're making it work. We're surviving.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Eric is making it worse by not wearing his mask.
How am I supposed to drink with a fucking mask on?
Well, go like this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
demonstrate. Let me demonstrate.
No.
Eric has his mask upside down.
You gotta do it fast because then you're gonna get the Rona.
Well, let's introduce Corey. This is the first time meeting Corey, and I'm kind of. You should come on every week because you have a bigger forehead than I do.
Yeah. It's confirmed. Fuck, man.
Hell no, dude. Your forehead's still bigger than Corey's.
I know. Forehead competition.
No, I have a fucking huge forehead.
Look at that shit. God damn.
Alexa, turn my light on.
Nah, I'm darker, so you can see the definition. It's like a white dude with abs and a black dude with abs. You see the black dude's abs more.
Stupid.
What?
Scientifically proven.
Here we go.
You know what Eric looks like? He looks like the guy from fucking that sits in his car and rants, the buff guy. But Eric is just not buff.
No, not buff at all.
The guy
Dude,
who's on steroids.
what guy that rants? Oh,
You know,
yeah, that
The one on steroids, like, come on, fucking, the one that gets all crazy. That's Eric.
Sounds like fucking Macho Man.
Nah, it looks like if you look at Eric, it goes face, and then it just looks like your body. Like your arms are just your body.
yeah. That
Everywhere.
could be, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, well, what's the reason why we doing a Zoom podcast?
Because fucking everyone's in quarantine, locking down.
Coronavirus, man.
Because it's the new world.
Goddamn coronavirus.
It's our new reality.
How long is this thing gonna last, dude?
What's that poster behind you, Tony?
Huh?
Is that Street Fighter poster? What is that?
No, it's you see it?
Oh, homies.
Homies. The fuck?
The little figures at Alberto's.
Nah,
Remember,
fool.
you never collect homies?
Yeah, I did.
That's not homies.
That is not homies though.
At all, dude.
It's like a cockfight too.
It's the pose, though.
Hell no. Anyway, stop looking at my room, fool. I feel uncomfortable. You checking out my room? Fucking creep.
He's bit of every force.
What?
So what was I gonna say? Corey, how was your trip to
To the
New England?
motherland.
Yes, to New England.
Oh man. I don't know, man. It was a time in my life, and I didn't want to come back. Like honestly, come back to this coronavirus. Fuck.
Oh,
Do
shit.
you have any responsibilities to come back to, or you could just stay out there? Like if you really wanted to.
If I really wanted to, I could have made it happen. But no, I have family out here, and there's nothing for me out there. It was just a trip to, kind of like bucket list kind of stuff, right? So wanted to like jump off a bridge, jump out of an airplane kind of thing. And I did
You
it.
did all that too.
You did those two?
Oh yeah.
You jumped out of a plane?
Yeah, did some skydiving. And it was kind of funny because that day we were going up and everyone's super excited. You're paying like top dollar to do it. 16,000 feet. So you got to go up with oxygen, the whole works. And takes about an hour to get everything on, all the paper signed. We take off, plane's going up, and all of a sudden we get these crosswinds. So the plane just starts like bouncing around a little bit. And pilot's like, everyone's just like looking at each other that's been doing this for a while. And we're all kind of like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, you're not jumping. Like, there's no way you're jumping through this. And so what happens is like way up top, everything will be fine. And then as you're coming down, you hit one of those crosswinds when your chute's out, you're toast. That's it. Your chute gets tangled up. Yeah. So they're like, all right, we're going to land the plane. We're going to come back down. And then we waited another hour and a half to see if the winds would die down, and they didn't. So they're like, yeah, just come back in the morning, bright and early. We'll do it again. And then we did it. And dude, it's just like amazing. Like I was talking to Eric about it the other day, like the feeling of free fall is always something I wanted to experience. And like, it's a rush. Like there's nothing else like it. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
you guys ever done it? You guys ever?
No, I haven't yet. I want to. It's just down the street from my house too.
Unless you're playing Warzone, you jump out of a plane, and you have like a pistol and stuff.
Oh, have you got on Warzone, Corey?
Hell yeah. Yeah, that shit's dope.
Oh, you're on it? Dude, you're going to have to play with us.
Yeah.
We just gotta
We're
do
always
it.
looking for a third.
All your
Alex loves when people play with him.
all your posts when you were out on your trip, they look all those pictures look badass, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's the thing about New Zealand, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go. Is I've always known it to be like one of the world's most beautiful places, just in
Kind
terms
of
of
looks
nature.
fake. Like some of the pictures kind of
Yeah.
look fake. Like you
Yeah,
just
no.
look at someone's page and shit. Like, but no. Well,
And some of those I'm just like taking like while like on a cruise ship or like in an airplane. Like everywhere is just beautiful. Everywhere.
it looks badass.
That's where
So,
Justin Bieber does his music videos.
yeah,
New Zealand.
yeah, a lot of movies
Random
are shot
fact.
there.
Fun fact.
Oh, he does. It's that or Iceland because they have
Wait.
like mountains and
Oh
shit.
yeah, Iceland. I heard Iceland's pretty cool.
Wait,
Too.
have you gotten a dub yet on Warzone?
Yeah, couple.
I
Got a
got
couple.
one today, and it turned
Good
me into,
handful of stuff.
it turned me
Oh,
into an Asian guy. I don't know if you can see
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Damn.
But no, man. No, New Zealand was amazing. So I went with like a tour group, right? So it was, I was there for almost a month, and I spent the first half of my trip with a guided
Damn.
tour. It was like 13 people from all around the world. I mean, the
You guys
diversity.
stayed
was
in a
kind of-
hostel and stuff?
What's that?
Hostel? Like you stayed in
Yeah,
a
stay in
hostel?
hostels, dude. It's crazy. Like it's super cheap to stay in a hostel versus like a motel or a hotel.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
paying maybe anywhere from like $7 a night to like $18 a night, US dollar.
But are you sleeping in like a bunch of bunks with other people?
Yeah, so you'd be like shared, potentially like co-ed sharing. So bunks.
Fuck that.
Sometimes I'd have to have the top bunk. Kind of sucks, but whatever.
Did you do the Funky Comedina or no?
We can't talk about that. No, I'm just kidding.
How far does the American dollar go over there?
It's not, everything's expensive in New Zealand to begin with, so I wouldn't say very far. I mean, you're gonna
No, it's
get
not.
more value, but like because everything's expensive, it doesn't really matter.
Hey Eric, where's yours at?
What? No, it's over there on the shelf. Should I go bring it?
Yeah. Look at that. Don't worry, I have a guy though while you're gone, dude. It's a little Eric.
Oh, shit.
Oh shoot!
That's cute.
That's cute. But
That was cool, man. It was a once in a lifetime trip. I'm glad I did it because obviously, fucking traveling right now is it's not even possible.
Oh, I know, that's right, dude. You were back for like what, a month or two, and then
Yeah.
and then coronavirus started.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you had it, Corey? Because you've been sick for like fucking 3 months now.
100% had it. And FDA just approved the antibody test. So as soon as that's available, I'm gonna go get it and be like, "Yep, you have the antibodies." But no, I got really sick, and I don't know how I got it, but there's a couple of there were a couple of opportunities that I probably picked it up.
Tinder.
Yeah, Tinder for sure.
Yeah.
What ethnicities were with you while you're on your thing?
Everywhere, man. It was crazy. Like we had people all from Europe. I mean, France, Germany, Spain, England. We had Japan there, Australia, obviously, which is pretty close. Who else do we have? Denmark, Irish. We had an Irish person there. It was amazing, dude. Like just so many people, like that you're coming in contact with, all the other travelers that you're meeting too, because you're going to like these different hotspots. And it's just everyone has the same mindset. Everyone wants to just like experience each other, find the vibe, meet people. Like it's just all part of the experience. So
it sounds like you had a badass time. Like you just went balls out, met new people.
yeah,
Did you really have a plan, or you just went out? Your plan was just to have fun and meet new people?
it was half and half. So the first half was the guided tour. And so when I got let go from my last job, I didn't have a lot of time because again, like I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get a job in a few months or whatever. So I didn't have a lot of time to plan it. So I was like, I went with one of the top tour places, and then I could pick and choose what I wanted out of the tour, which is why I went with that particular group. Because some of the other tours, they're like, they kind of hold your hand and it's a little too touristy.
I thought he was gonna chug it.
Like I wanted this one to be more like I get to choose what I want to do. And so this one was pretty open to that.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, and then the second half of my trip, it was all just I was on my own. I got to go wherever I wanted to go, and ended up meeting someone, and we hit it off, and spent a few nights with her, kind of thing, just camping out across the land. It was fucking amazing.
All
She's like,
by myself.
Didn't you say you climbed a glacier too, or something like that?
yeah, that was really cool. It's my first time in a helicopter, and so this is like a helicopter tour. What they do is they take you up into this one of the glaciers. It's in the southern island, and it's like melting relatively quickly. You know, like in 100 years, it's gonna be gone. And they fly you up, and then you hike it for like 2 or 3 hours, and then you come back down. They take you back in the helicopter. So at that point in time, when we arrived in that town, the previous 7 days were like, it was raining like crazy, and one of the roads got washed out. They had to like rebuild it for, you know, just to get people across. So thankfully, by the time we got there, we could cross. But they're like, there's no way you guys are gonna go up. Like, there's no chance. It's raining. There's maybe like a 2-hour window tomorrow, which is when we were gonna go. She's like, but don't count on it. My tour guide, she's like, don't count on it. So we're like, okay, cool. But anyway, we wake up the next morning, and we get a call. It's like 9 a.m. and they're like, hey, like, we have a 3-hour window. Get your asses down here. We're gonna do it. We're like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Oh, shit.
So we get down there, and we're getting all suited up, and we have to put on, like, you know, these, like, you know, the ice shoes with like the crazy spikes on the bottom and stuff, so you're not actually, like, you know, gonna fall off the glacier. And then she's like, the woman that's gonna be our tour guide up on the hike, she's like, you know, if you guys have medicine and any food and stuff, like, you want to pack about 3 days worth of food and a week's worth of medicine just in case. And we're like, what? She's like,
Yeah.
because the helicopters, like, if something happens up there and it gets worse quickly, we're going to be stuck up there. So, like, we had, I think, 4 or 5 girls that were in our tour group, and like 3 of them wanted to go on this helicopter tour. Like, after she says that, like, they're like, no, we're not going. Like, all the girls were just like, nope, we're not going. And it was just yeah, it was just boys club after that. So
That's dope.
so we all went up.
Was it challenging?
That was really cool, because after we did the hike, we come back down, and it's like fucking pouring. So that storm moved in, and New Zealand's amazing because there's so many different biomes so closely like knit together. So we have this, like, you know, ice glacier, and then at the bottom of the mountain, it's all rainforest. So later that afternoon, we got back down. Like, we all went 4-wheeling on these like huge, you know, quads through the rainforest while it was fucking pouring. It was amazing. So we did that for like 3 hours, and then I ended up getting sick from that. And it's just like, I'm just always sick. Yeah, just accept it. Dude, yeah, just every single day was like an adventure. It's cool.
Freaking awesome, dude.
Well, there was an adventure for your heart as well, right?
Yeah, that too. For my heart. It was love.
So you spent how many nights did you spend with her?
How many nights did we spend? I think it was like 3-4 nights, something like that.
How'd you know she was the one, though, that you wanted to spend your time with?
You just know. It's weird. Like, you just know.
That's like a movie, bro.
It kind of was. And it was weird because I was thinking, like, oh, maybe it was going to happen like while I was on my tour. Like, there were a couple of girls that I found attractive, but it would have kind of been this weird dynamic, you know what I mean? Like, I was there to actually just experience the country, and it would have been kind of weird. But this one was more like we both were in the same mindset, and I think that's why it kind of just happened.
Well, that's how it is. Like, when you go to Vegas, if you don't think about you're wanting to smash on a chick,
yes,
then you'll end up doing it. If you're trying to go do that, then it's not going to happen. So I've heard.
Yeah, it's totally like that. And I met her when we were doing this zip lining tour, which is also really cool. So you get all these like redwood trees, by the way. So here's a silly fact. The first time I saw a redwood tree was in New Zealand. And I used to live in Northern California and never saw the fucking redwoods when I lived up there. So had to travel halfway across the world to do that. But anyway, so there's all these redwoods
in Oakland. It's freaking awesome.
Oh shit. Yeah. I never saw them though. So I was like, I actually saw one. And I was like, holy fuck, these things are huge. It was like, 150 meters in the air. So we're going through this, rainforest and stuff, and all these zip lines, and had it on GoPro, and that's where I met her. And it was just fun. It was just fun to flirt and, have fun.
Have fun.
How do you flirt nowadays? I haven't flirted for a minute.
Huh.
How
Didn't
do
you
you
have
flirt?
like a whole little camp up in the trees?
Oh,
What's
what
that?
the fuck?
Say
Corey?
what?
Didn't they have like a whole camp up in the trees?
So that was yeah.
You
So
were
after we did
Rufuyoing it?
after the zip lining, we went to it was kind of like a nature walk, but they build like these bridges and canopies like way up in the top, the canopy of the forest. So you're way up in the air and you're just kind of walking around, and it's at night. They kind of got these lights and stuff that are kind of I don't know, kind of like looks like fireflies and stuff throughout the forest. So that was kind of cool. A little romantic, that kind of thing. It's a cool place. So we went that night and
Smashing the trees?
no, I mean it was public.
Let's
So,
talk about that stuff, bro. We already went through that.
Hey,
He's a grown ass man. He doesn't kiss and tell.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was a fun night.
Hey, I
Go
just
ahead, Martin.
I just got a
Question,
little thing
Martin.
from Zoom that said that they removed the 40-minute limit. So
Yeah, I got it too.
Yeah, and I'm not
the
paying
first
for that
thing
shit.
Martin texted was, "I'm not paying. I'm not paying." He's worried about paying. He didn't even think to read it. Like, what an idiot. The only thing I'm
I'm gonna
worried
get
about
you.
while we've been recording, like this, his mouth has been covered, so it just looks like we've just been staring at nothing the whole time.
Yeah, with the audio, you can hear him.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny. That's why I kept doing stupid shit like this. But,
Oh my god.
so what's going on with out there in LA? Like, what's going on with like your guys' area, Glendale? Like, is it super empty?
Actually no. I mean the few times I've gone out, it almost looks like normal. Almost. I mean, it's maybe a few less cars, but like there's still people. Like
Yeah.
people are still working. People are still congregating on the sidewalk. It's just
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Are you guys,
Yeah.
are you guys now
it's
working
not
both
as
from home?
busy, but yeah.
No.
I'm not really working. I'm looking for a job, and
You sound all sad.
No.
too soon, man.
It's
I'll
good.
have to
You're
tell
gonna
it
find
to
a
me
job,
one day,
I'm
which
gonna
is
lose
tomorrow.
my job.
Well, I mean, yeah, Eric got the boot.
Yep.
The temporary
Well,
boot?
the half boot.
Temp boot.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to apply for unemployment and all that, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Well, you should have done it already, Eric.
No, I'm gonna
Actually,
have to. It doesn't start
with
until a couple
furlough,
weeks
you're
from
gonna
now.
get more. I think you're gonna get like 90% of your money if you do the
They say you're
furlough
getting
thing.
100 right now.
Oh, 100? Damn,
Who's getting 100? No,
100%.
Really?
I don't think so. If you're furloughed, oh wait, go again. I probably wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
I'm not going again.
Isn't it something if you get furloughed, you're getting like 90% of your salary or whatever?
No, I think you get like 60 or something like that.
Nah, dude, that's what the whole stimulus was about.
Still, that's a fucking bro.
You should do
Why are
it,
you
though.
buying into that? That ain't real. That shit ain't coming. That's going to the rich, to the poor. That shit ain't never getting to us.
Free
By the
money.
time this
And
is
as soon
over.
as he gets it, you see rims on his car wash.
I know, seriously, the same rims he's had forever.
Bro, I have rims.
He's gonna get
He
a
just
fucking.
can't afford the tires.
He's gonna get a
I'm just-
fucking forehead surgery and shit.
Bro, I'm thinking about the economy, bro. The environment and everything. I'm not gonna. I'll get pulled over, especially after. Well, my car looks like a drug dealer car
No, it
from
doesn't.
2007. From 2007, yeah.
It looks like a fucking hearse, fool.
A 2007 drug dealer. That's a drug dealer car.
Hell no.
Bro, you have all those hats. I've seen you wear 2 hats.
I wore that one, that one, and that one. You should see my closet. I have more hats.
Martin, where you at right now?
What's cool about this is that I put it on speaker view, so every time someone speaks, that's whose picture comes up, like whose thing came up.
But you don't have it in
Oh, that's
grid
cool.
view where you can see everybody?
No, I did, but this one's cooler. So when someone's talking, their face will pop up. But I'm
Oh,
in
yeah.
the garage. You see my wolves and everything like that.
That's not
Crazy.
good.
Oh shit.
I can't be around you guys with my kids around. That's child abuse.
Stupid ass.
What?
Well, we've already gone over that you beat your kids.
I know.
Yeah, but he's 8.
Wait,
He's
what?
not 8 months.
Yeah,
You guys joking with Eric about this recently, like all these parents like that are home and actually, have to, parent and stuff, like see what it's like. How's it been?
Yeah.
I know it's fucked.
But no, he's
What?
actually working.
Oh, I work through the week.
Are you sure you're not stuck at home? That's cool.
No, but my girl is, and she's ready to kill some
Oh,
people.
shit.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I'm gonna get freaking Scott in here. You just asked for the Zoom link.
And then my son,
Whoa, damn.
my 4-year-old jumped on Fortnite last night and was like, with Alex and them. He jumped on their squad and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to play with them." I was like, "All right."
I just had an interview with Epic Games, the guys that do Fortnite.
Oh,
So
no.
it went pretty well. So we'll see. Hopefully this week I hear back.
So Epic is just Fortnite, or they do different types of games
They
as well?
do a gang of
So Epic does a lot. They do well, they have Unreal Engine, which is like a development team that makes the technology that powers most of the games that you're playing today. And then they also, as a game developer, they made Fortnite. They also made like Unreal Tournament and some of those old school games. They made Gears of War, like
okay.
a couple different games.
The games now are intense because I was just playing Warzone today, and I was just laying down by like a hay, and when a car would drive by, the hay would move.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dude,
it's intense. Like the little details that are in video games now are just.
Dude, I just finished
nuts.
Red Dead Redemption, and that shit was like a fucking movie at the end.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Can't see you, Scott. But,
Where's your video, Scott?
Oh, turn on the video.
Yeah, we're all doing video.
What's that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, pulling your hair.
What was that?
Oh, man, turn the video off.
That is the worst. That is the worst angle ever.
Should I go fucking do my hair to come back?
Look at your nose. What the fuck's up
It's
with
too
your
late
nose?
now. It's too late.
Why is your nose dripping? It's like it's
You got
like
quarantine,
drooping.
you got quarantine face?
Alex and Taylor.
quarantine thing.
Are you guys fucking doing the podcast already?
Yeah, this is it.
You're on.
Like you look like a
Oh, what up?
you look like a naked potato
He's as
head.
tall as him.
All right, well, I guess I gotta come back and do my hair. No, fuck that. I'm fucking lazy.
It's too late, fool. It's too late. Everyone already saw you.
Anyways, what y'all talking about
What
today?
the heck?
Yo, Corey.
Yo.
I started playing on a 4K monitor today, like on a monitor. And
Oh yeah.
dude, I actually got a win. So I think it's actually helping me win.
Damn. That's sick.
Just playing on
I
a
don't have
big
4K
TV,
yet.
it's like you can actually tell a difference. So I was just playing on my big TV.
Right. Dude, that game's so good. It's so smooth.
So you won as in solos or squads?
Oh no, squads, but I'm saying like
But
normally
you guys were the last ones alive. That's what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. What?
that's why I showed you
Dude,
that.
I did one solo. So I did some solos last week and came out with a win. That was intense. I should not have won the game. Should not have won it. But
Yeah, but
like,
you can't just say that. You have to prove it, bro. You can't just say that shit.
Bro,
You
I
have a
put it
picture?
to you earlier. I showed you. I turned into.
I'm talking to Corey. Corey
Oh.
sounds like a
oh,
liar right now.
I
Well,
gotta get
first of
my
all,
stats.
Corey's like a pro gamer and shit.
I've
That's
had
fucking
my
insane.
moments, man. I've had
No,
my
Corey's
moments where
good.
I go off.
He
Corey
plays
sounds like
I
a
actually,
fibber.
dude, I suck at COD. Like, I don't know all the, what the kitties are doing. Like, I don't know all the things. I had like one guy today. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Swap your shotgun." What the fuck? You're like, I'm like, dude, like, okay, fine, cool. I died anyway. Like, didn't
Oh, you're
help,
playing
did
on
it?
the computer?
Yeah, I'm playing on PC.
Jeez, and do all that shit. Fuck that.
Do people like to take
Anybody
that
wants
shit
to add me?
seriously?
Yo, my little
Oh.
brother took that
Thanks.
seriously. Spent like $5,000 on the
Oh shit.
tower
nice.
type thing, and then the fucking it lights up. You can change the light modes, and it's like the
Got
keys
the
light
power.
up and all that crazy
Corey
shit.
built his.
Yeah, I built. If you guys need computers built, let me know.
Well, supposedly Scott knows how to build computers, but I don't know.
What happened to him? Did he disconnect?
I don't know.
Well,
He's
he needs to
serious.
figure out how to not get his face so oily.
This is the only thing I have
Oily.
going. My mouse pad.
But have you
So-
guys been to the stores lately? Like the last couple of days?
The
Yeah, I
stores,
went to-
like
I went to
grocery stores.
Costco.
Stores,
A few days ago.
dude. I passed by yesterday because I was like, oh, I just want to see if it's still fucking crazy. Hell yeah! I got out of work. Like at 9:30. I passed by Walmart and there was a line outside.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was
Walmart?
like, what the fuck? Yeah, Walmart. That shit was crazy.
That's a seedy ass place at that time of night.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
especially this Walmart.
I went to the one in Hemet, and fucking I walked out with toilet paper like it was nothing. I got lucky.
Yeah, that's cool.
You
I've
gotta
been
But
seeing,
the
I've been
ghetto
seeing a
area.
lot of people posting that they can find toilet paper much easier now.
yeah, I think everything's dying
There
down
was a
because now
huge-
you
there
can
was a
take like
huge line.
multiple meats.
There was still a huge line.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think that people that are panicked over toilet paper are not panicking over food because they fucked up in the first place.
Yeah.
Now they got all kinds of toilet paper, but have no food.
They're returning their toilet paper.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
all that, it makes no sense, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the virus is gonna it's gonna run its course. Like, either until we get a vaccine or until everyone gets infected. So it's like you're not scrambling. You're just waiting. You're literally, they're told to go home and just stay put.
Well,
Like,
that's
it's
coming
not
from the
like,
person that's had it and already and immune to it. You're the carrier right now, bro.
yeah. I mean,
Pretty sure
that's the thing. That's one of the
very
reasons why
good show,
I'm not going out still. Like, I'm probably good to go. Like, I've only had to go out when I had to go out. But who's to say, like, you can't get reinfected? I just was reading a story, like, and I don't know if it's credible or not, but like, I was reading a story where,
better not be Chinese because
yeah, it was in China and I think South Korea now. They're starting to get like a second wave.
oh yeah, they're
Oh,
for the
shit.
second wave.
A
And then it's
second
like,
wave, bro?
Get
Yeah, they're
reinfected.
preparing for a second wave. There's no vaccine, dude.
I know.
Yeah, but
You
I
can get
thought
the flu
like,
multiple times.
but flu season's almost over, isn't it?
That should
Well,
be.
I think it ends in what, June, right? Well,
I
because
have no idea.
May is it mid-May? Is it like summer, officially summer?
Because they're
Yeah,
saying like
basically,
the
whenever it
temperature wise
starts
will
to
be able to
heat
kill
up.
it, right?
Yeah, but we're still supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow and all the next week. So
Yeah, it's cold
Yeah,
as
but
fuck
that's
right now.
it's
that's
colder
the
now.
flu though.
Huh?
They're saying this is way different. They're saying there's not gonna be any slowdown in this shit.
Oh, so this thing's like adapted. It's gonna be able to adapt.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Just keep going.
We don't know. This is new. Like this isn't
Like,
something.
yeah.
World science,
No
remember, they
one
don't know
fucking knows
what's
for sure, but they're saying like they were saying at first that it might die down when the heat comes, but now they're saying it's probably not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why
this
like
is
some of the Asian countries are it's unfortunate for them because they thought they were going to be able to ride it out because of the weather, but
Oh, because it's kind of their summertime right now, right? Like it's changing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. I didn't even think about that.
yeah,
But
that's why you're seeing all these cases in like Taiwan and shit. It's like getting ugly.
Yeah, it's starting to get more surreal now because like at work, at first it wasn't mandatory to wear gloves and masks and all that. Now it's mandatory. Like everyone has to wear the whole getup, and it's kind of like surreal seeing everyone and talking to everyone with the mask on. Even separate lunches and like only certain people could go outside at like let's say us four going home. Only us four could be in the front and go to the cars until you leave. Another four could go outside.
Damn.
Like, that's just crazy.
That is
Well,
cool.
yeah, because even yesterday I went to Ralph's. If you're not wearing a mask and gloves, people look at you like you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna get to the point that they're not gonna let you in the store.
Wow.
But what's stupid is like most of these people aren't even wearing that shit right. Like they're wearing gloves,
Exactly.
they're wearing masks and shit, but
This
they're
shit
still
does not
touching
work.
everything. Yeah, they're still touching everything and then touching their phones, they're touching their cars, they're touching like their clothes, their faces. It doesn't matter if you're fucking wearing gloves if you still touch your fucking face.
Yeah.
They're fucking fingering their girlfriends with coronavirus hands.
I seen this.
Think about it, bro. It's real life.
I seen this thing on Instagram. It was some girl. She was just chilling. She was wearing the mask and the gloves, and she was eating. And she was eating with the gloves on. Like she went to
Oh yeah, on the
McDonald's.
Subway.
Yeah, there's a McDonald's.
Yeah.
She went to McDonald's, got the fries, went out the store, and she was eating the fries with the fucking gloves on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know, people pay to watch other people eat. Like it's a fetish.
Yes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Welcome to
online?
Yeah, like if you're a pretty girl and you buy stuff to, like you could take, like people
Yeah,
could
they're
pay for you to
cam
eat certain
girls.
things. Yeah.
They're cam girls but with food and they just sit there and eat it.
Eric,
Even
maybe
the-
girls like
even
bigger
the-
you can do it.
The mini food. When they have like mini foods and they're cooking it, people get crazy views for that shit too.
Have you seen that? The little tiny like.
Yeah, I seen it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's fucking weird.
Eric should just sit like that in that thing, and my hand will just come like this, and he just opens his mouth, and I feed him and go back like this.
Fucking just like come out like
Yeah.
Like you just stand still and
Yeah.
it just goes away. Are you funny?
Fuck.
So yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, no one really has the answers right now. We found out China was lying about their numbers, which is pretty obvious. But
What country was it? Was it Iran or Syria that had mass graves already? Like you could see it
Yep.
from
they were saying Syria that they had some satellite
Syria,
footage.
right? Like they were reporting the numbers of the people that passed away.
In New York, it sounds insane. It sounds fucking crazy over there.
Well, having those trucks, those semi.
Yeah, everyone's getting cremated.
So I was reading this thing the other day, about New York. It was I think it was I want to say Monday or Sunday, that what's the big ass building there? The
Twin Towers?
No, fool. It's not there anymore, dumbass.
Too soon.
Too soon.
What?
You said too soon.
It's all fucking.
We shouldn't be laughing about this.
So the Empire State Building, it's like, you know how they
that
have a
one.
little light on top. So they were testing out. I think they called it the red siren, and it was making a noise and it was flashing a red light. But they didn't let anyone know. So New Yorkers were freaking the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is this?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well,
Yeah,
that's like when Hawaii had the nuclear alarm went off.
Oh, that was just the
Because
biggest
someone
show
fucked
ever.
up on the shit.
Oh yeah, it hit everyone's phone like
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
Like an Amber Alert.
Yeah.
Amber
Like,
Alert,
also-
most of you are about to die. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Our bad.
Weren't you in New Zealand or something like that when a volcano went off or something like that?
Dude, yeah.
Weren't they
Okay,
saying
so the night before that happened, I just got my ticket. I was flying up. The town that I was flying into was called Rotorua, and then off the coast of Rotorua was an island called White Island. And then like early that morning, I think it was like 5 a.m. or something. I can't remember when, but I got like a phone call from my dad, and he's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Call me back. Call me back." I call him back. I'm like, wait, like it's super early over here. Like, what's going on? He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "There was a volcano explosion. Like everyone is presumed dead." I'm like, I'm not on that island. I'm not taking that tour. I didn't plan to even take the tour, but they do have tours for that island, and so I like had maybe one of my things gotten canceled that I had on my itinerary, I might have looked into it, you know, like, but it was the first time in 20 years, almost to the day, I think, that like it exploded, you know, and it was just a steam explosion.
Instagram too, and asked you like, "Hey, were you there?" You're like, "No, I'm in a different part."
Yeah, I was about 60 miles away from it, but I mean, who knows, right? Like that. It's just a crazy thing. I my flight over there, I was talking to a woman who's a local in that area. And again, she's not from the island. I don't even think you can live on the island, but she lives in the town off the coast. And she was just like mortified because she knew one of the tour guides for like, you know, she knew him forever. So she was super bummed out. It's kind of consoling her on the plane.
There was no signs of it actually like getting ready to erupt?
No, instantaneous, they said.
Oh, damn.
And there was no lava or anything. It was just like a steam explosion. So, I mean, you're talking like 700 to 900 degrees Fahrenheit instantly. Just you're done.
Your
and
whole
so the
trip,
people.
That's nature.
yeah, your whole trip sounds like a plot for a movie and shit. Like you went out there, just fucking did whatever. You fell in love, and the fucking volcano exploded. You did like,
Yeah, I'm serious.
fuck, Corey.
Like, I couldn't have had a better trip. Like, you can't write that shit.
So do you think we're in a simulation, or you think we, based on our choices that we make, we're put on a certain path?
I like the simulation theories that are floating around there. I think they're kind of fun. I
So no matter what we choose, we're.
What's up?
So should we just go do crazy shit? If we're gonna die, then we're gonna die.
I don't know, man. All I know is that I got to a point in my life where like I've always had this sliver of like just needing to explore and like do crazy shit, and like never really had the opportunity to do it until recently. And so you kind of like wanted to put half of those thoughts to the test. Like, all right, yeah, I've always wanted to do it. Am I going to bitch out though the moment I'm on the bridge and about to jump? You know what I mean? And so I remember like with the bungee jump too, there was like a 7 or 9-year-old kid, I don't know how old he was, he's super small, totally just jumps off, like no problem. And I'm like, well, fuck, like now I have to do this shit. Like now I can't jump, you know?
Can't let this dude fucking take you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, now I have to do
It's
this.
funny.
Fuck, now I have to do this, you know? I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah, have you seen that movie where?
Wait, what'd you say, Eric?
I said, didn't you have them change the music too?
Oh yeah, that was cool. So they're playing
Free
music.
falling.
And I was like, hey, I was like, you know, does the DJ take requests? You know, and he's one of the guys was like, he's like, no, the guy in charge. The other guy was like, he's like, no, this guy's cool. Like, he's like, what do you want to listen to? And I was, what did I play? It's a song by the White Stripes, I think. It's called Loveless. It's fucking epic, you know, intro kind of anthem song. And they were like, all right, this is dope. This is dope. Right. So it was cool. Yeah, they allowed me to jump to my own music.
Jump off?
What's that?
That's what pumped you up to jump off?
Well, it's a song like that I, even before like, you know, getting into the gear and everything, I was like, you know, if I'm going to maybe die, like what song would I pick? And I'm like, I want it to be a good song. I want it to be a fun song.
That is a badass song though.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Don't you wish that's like how life should be? We should all walk around with some type of
A theme
soundtrack.
song?
And then
Yeah.
once someone comes next to you, they can either join your soundtrack or they can just fucking not. You know, I think that'd be dope.
Let's build that app. Let's go.
If you were a professional fighter, what would be your theme song to walk into the ring? Mine would be, I don't know, Johnny Cash, fucking "Ain't No Grave."
I don't
Good one.
take it.
Are we
Eric,
going in
you
order
remember
or what's going on?
Whoever.
What order? If people are listening, we're doing a Zoom meeting, so we don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. I haven't fucking thought about that.
Choose the song, fool.
I think Martin would pick Enya.
What?
What's that song? I don't know. That
I
song,
would pick
I think it's called
Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Ain't no mountain high enough.
For your entrance
That
song?
should be hilarious.
Well, you're supposed to install fear into your opponent. Well,
What's
you're
that
That
song
would be
that goes-
scary. You'd be like, what the fuck?
That song that goes,
Crazy.
ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah.
oh, by
Let the
Disturbed.
bodies hit the flow?
Yeah, let the bodies.
That's already been done, bro. You're a generic ass motherfucker. That's what you start off in video games with that song. That's a default song.
Oh, because your song was the best. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. You're putting people
What
to
the
sleep
hell?
when you get out of the rig.
No, all the people that have seen Stepmom would understand what's going on right now. Which I guess none of you have.
Yeah, no one's seen it.
You probably choose the Chris Brown song for your fucking entrance and shit.
Anyway, have you guys seen on Netflix
You
the
would.
show Devs?
Huh?
Devs on Netflix?
No.
Oh, man. You need to start watching that. That like it hurt my head last night.
Well, have you guys all watched Tiger King?
What, that dumb bitch
Seen
out in
most of
Florida?
it.
Huh?
That dumb bitch
Seen
in
most of
Florida?
it.
Fuck Carol Baskin.
Yeah, Carol Baskin, that dumb bitch in Florida.
That dumb bitch. It's like, what
She
kind
was
of porn
just-
you watch?
She just
So
wanted all
little-
that money to
big dick
herself.
or little dick. Then you ain't so straight, are you?
Did you watch it yet, Tiger King?
I
Corey?
watched 2
I've seen it.
episodes.
Corey hasn't seen it.
Oh, he hasn't seen it? Damn.
No.
At first, I was like hesitant to watch it. I was like, oh, it looks stupid. But no, it's freaking good. It's hilarious.
That's kind of what I thought. I was like, I don't know if I should watch this.
No, dude, it gets good. It gets to the point where it's like you can't write this shit. Like, it's like a meth
Yeah,
head.
like
Yeah, it's
how
just
these
fucking
fuckers
ridiculous.
get
I don't
to
even know how that's
where
reality.
they're at. Like they're
And
fucking
recent reality.
weird. Weird as fuck. I think the weirdest
haven't-
person is Carol Baskin or Baskin or whatever her name is, because I don't know, she's too like happy. Like, hey, you tigers and kittens. Like, who the fuck says that shit?
Nah. She's a
What happens
weirdo.
when you murder someone?
Yeah,
It's
for
like-
sure.
Yeah, she's a weirdo.
Dude. For sure. But
So what happened to Scott? Is he still doing his hair?
I don't know. Let me see. Keep talking.
He probably got coronavirus.
But yeah, that shit's funny.
Wow, that's racist as fuck, Corey.
Oh, for real. He's actually-
He's out. Corey, did you say he's out
Can't
spreading
take you
coronavirus?
anywhere.
The only white
He
guy
probably got
in the chat is the racist one. Okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. All Hispanic. Well, I don't know about Martin, but
That's right.
Darker than you.
yeah, you are, but you don't know who you are. Who are you,
Dark.
Martin?
It's life. That's my lifelong question, brother.
It's about to get deeper now. You looked up.
I know. As you looked away, who am I?
Who am I?
No, I just pictured like a SpongeBob like cartoon in my head when I did like. I just been watching SpongeBob a lot. Why is SpongeBob not on Netflix, Hulu, or any of that stuff? Right? Why do you have to watch it on TV?
Nickelodeon. On demand.
Nickelodeon's
On demand, though.
No, but Nickelodeon is dropping their own like
Bullshit.
streaming
Streaming
thing.
service.
Yeah.
Really?
How much? Another $4, and we have to. By the time, you might as well just have cable. It's all gonna end up being the same amount as cable.
Yeah, a lot of my family they moved over to Google TV or YouTube TV, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, but you can get Netflix and all that? No. Just Google.
Yeah, no,
TV.
they still have Netflix, but
No, YouTube TV is just like just basic cable pretty much.
You don't get to pick what channels you want.
I don't know actually.
I think there's
they said that they swapped their cable package for YouTube TV, and they're like way happier. They're like, yeah, this is way better, cheaper. So
If you just cut cable, period, you'll be able to adapt to not watching it. You just
exactly.
move on to something else. So if you have cable now, then low-key, you're just wasting money. It's just throwing money away.
Yeah.
I swear, after like a month, you'll just totally forget about it, and you'll end up watching something else.
I only watch like one channel. It's like Vice.
That's what I'm saying. And there's no sports right now, so there's no reason to even have it. I would suspend my cable until this shit gets over, until sports comes back.
Speaking about
There is
sports, fucking, did you
Cable's
see the
probably doing the
NBA?
best right now.
The NBA is trying to like continue the season in Vegas because they can play inside the casinos and all that.
I heard the Lakers
I
are
heard too.
the champions this year,
But they have started switching over to esports,
based on a rule.
so video games and shit like that.
So they're gonna play fucking NBA Live or NBA 2K.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
I was reading an article the other day. ESPN is going to air. I can't remember what game it was. Madden, NBA 2K, and then there's another one. There's 3 games that they're gonna start airing esports.
Oh,
I was
no
like,
way.
oh shit.
That's crazy.
I heard that they're talking about doing horse in NBA, like setting up a game of horse.
That's awesome.
No, he's a bullshitter.
Oh
He's a
my
fucking.
God.
That's
Is
a
this
lie.
idiocracy? What is happening?
They should fucking do that shit.
The only thing that's thriving like is entertaining is fucking wrestling. They did the WrestleMania today and yesterday.
Oh yeah, they did 2 days of WrestleMania. No audience. Weird.
But
Are you
it was
serious?
actually pretty good. Fucking Undertaker and the other guy he wrestled, it was like a fucking movie. It was like it felt like something out of the 90s. It was pretty dope.
I gotta watch
Damn.
that.
It's a rerun or no?
No, it's going on right now.
There's
Free.
still. So there's no fans or anything in the.
Nah, but like a lot of their matches are like hardcore, like for you won't even notice the fans. Like the whole Undertaker thing was like in a bar, like in a cemetery, and they made it like a movie. Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Do you think people are enjoying wearing masks? Like they feel like a ninja?
Fuck
They're just
no.
going around. You know, it's like they're probably just
like,
like, 'cause I see
they
people
told us-
driving around with it on. Like it's like
Yeah, they told us to wear masks at work yesterday, and like the first like maybe 40 minutes, I had anxiety, and there was more people that had anxiety because they're just driving around. You're working. It's just I don't know. It was just weird. And like I remember coming home from work, and I still feel the mask on. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, just enjoy it while you can, man. Walk into those banks, with your mask on. See how many times you're gonna be able to do it.
Seriously.
Of course, the white guy tells a bunch of Mexicans to go rob a bank. Thanks, Corey.
I just can't wait till
Some shit.
like you start seeing people with those like gangster masks, like the red ones or the blue ones. Then they go into
Right?
the bank. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, gotta be careful. I'm like, dude, sorry, it's the only color I had. Like, what do you want me to do? You know?
At first, when I started seeing people with masks, like at the store, I'm like, what do you know that I don't? Like, no, it's just normal.
Well, didn't California like make it, or LA or something make it mandatory?
I know Riverside.
LA, yeah, LA and Riverside.
Yeah, that's why we went. Yeah, that's why we went to Costco the other day. Everyone had one except us. I was like, I don't.
Yeah, you almost feel like you're being judged. Like,
Yeah.
You know
Is
what's
it mandatory or you get to choose if you really want
No,
to?
I think it's mandatory.
You don't have
mandatory in
to.
Riverside now. Yeah, you do.
No, you have
So
to.
if I go to the store, I have to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If like law enforcement sees you, they'll most likely confront you. I don't know if there's a ticketing system yet, but
You have to have gloves and a mask, or you just have to have one
it
of
just
them.
says a mask and there's
Just
no
a
more
mask.
gatherings. Like only family. That's it. You have to be with family at home.
You know what's weird? I've seen a lot of reports of like LA County, Riverside County, and Orange County that the coronavirus, but I haven't heard anything about San Diego County.
But that's the best
Yeah.
city in the world.
They're just that's like no one goes over there. The freeways all closed and shit.
No, that's coming up. My brother told me that they're gearing up to get ready for it. They know it's coming.
Speaking
Oh,
about
it
your
hasn't
brother,
reached them.
What?
So you're saying it hasn't really like affected them?
Well, it hasn't really reached us like Southern California yet. Like we've had cases, but it not like fucking New York. That's why I was saying like within 2 weeks, we're like 2 weeks away from them, and this next week should be like that 2 week mark, and that's why everyone's getting ready.
see, but I'm wondering, like the difference with us is we've been in quarantine, and also we don't live in such confined spaces like New York does. So I feel like New York is gonna get it worse no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on top of each other over there.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe what China says, because like they're literally on top of each other over there. It's like that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah, but do you think this is real? Period.
Do I think what
It's like,
the disease is real? Period. Oh, here come the conspiracies.
I know.
no, let's say
Look,
that for Scott.
at first I thought it was
What did you
fake as
say,
fuck
Corey? It's 5G.
until I heard
You say it's
yeah
5G?
until I heard Corey's fucking cough, and that shit was fucked up.
Yeah, it's don't get it. Don't get it bad. It's not fun. Yeah, I don't know. I had all the symptoms. I started off with kind of like sore throat, kind of a sinus thing. Not even like not too bad. And then within 24 hours, had a fever and chills. And the chills lasted like on and off for 2.5, 3 days.
Yeah.
Like I was up with my dad. We were taking a fishing trip and we're just up in the mountains near Arrowhead. And so we were like way out in the boonies. And like I had 4 layers of clothing on, sleeping bag, 2 blankets, and I was like soaked, just shivering, like sweating it out. And then the next day, I'd had, started the dry cough and all this stuff. And then by probably like the 8th or 9th day, like I was having trouble getting oxygen into my lungs. Like my breath out was about half, just half as long as it normally is.
Oh shit! Yeah, you suffered.
Fucking weird.
Crazy.
My sister had all those symptoms too. She still had like crazy cough. She couldn't breathe. The whole thing, to the point where she works at a doctor's office. The doctor told her close down just because she was having those symptoms.
Yeah.
And then she ended up getting these antibiotics from Mexico, feeling better. But the doctor's like, "Hey, I'm gonna send someone to test you." Tested her, and she actually came out fine. But it's like, so there might be a flu that's very similar to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be really surprised. I mean, be happy, to know that I don't have it. But then again, it's like, if what I had that gave me that, then Corona probably just fucking sucks ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want
Riverside's
any.
better.
I've never heard a cough like what Corey had.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
I've never had anything like it.
That shit
That shit was fucked up. It didn't sound like any flu cough I've ever heard.
Eric looks all scared. Didn't sound like everything you ever heard.
No, seriously, like if you would hear that cough, if you would hear someone have that same cough, you'd be like, that's coronavirus. Straight up. Like,
Coronavirus.
Were you scared? Were you like in your room like fuck?
huh?
Were you scared? Like were you in your room like, oh fuck, I don't want to go next to Corey?
No.
You were scared. Fool. Shut up.
I drank it away.
No,
That's what I do. I do that shit all the time.
I drank an entire bottle of rum.
With Casadores. As soon as I feel like I'm getting sick,
Casadores.
I'll just fucking have like 3 cups of Casadores. Fall asleep and then wake up fine.
Say it right, fool.
Casadores. How do you say it?
I like
Just
that.
like that, man.
I like that Corey's like, it sounds right. Like, it sounds kind of right.
I understood everything perfectly.
But yeah. That's one thing you could do. Just drink. Drink and eat, I guess.
Drink, eat, play video games, baby. This is our time. Let's go.
There it is, son.
I've been trying to fucking download the stupid Call of Duty, but my Xbox has too many games in it. I don't want to delete everything.
Just delete some.
You just uninstall it, bro.
That's all the shit.
I did. I uninstalled Assassin's Creed, Madden.
Bro, the Xbox comes. Those comes with Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed comes with Xbox.
No, it doesn't. I bought it, fool.
It does. It comes in a bundle pack. When I bought my Xbox, it came with Assassin's Creed.
Does it?
Yeah, because you're rich.
Yeah.
Why, you guys got yours at GameStop used or what?
Oh, I have a Gamecast. It has all the games.
Assassin's Creed, you're never gonna play that again. Just get rid of
What was
that.
that fucking Malibu's Most Wanted?
Yeah. We almost bought one time at the swap meet with my dad when we were little.
The GameCube?
No, it looked like a fucking GameCube 64 type shit, but it was like some random thing called Gamecast. And it had like 1,000 games in it.
Yeah,
was it like Soldier Boy's video game that you tried to pull up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that. Exactly like that.
It was exactly like that. It was probably that same one.
They just keep renaming that shit.
Yeah.
The same shit keeps going.
Yeah, that's the slowest beer I've ever seen Eric drink.
That thing was full.
That was 3 beers.
What? Eric needs to stop buying those 50-cent wife beaters, bro.
What?
You need to stop buying those 50-cent wife beaters.
50 cent. Oh, these ones? You can't even
Those are
fucking see
legit
it. How'd you even fucking see this shit?
That's the G unit. That's the G unit.
Yeah, because our art's like that. Yeah. That's the G unit one for real.
How'd you even see that with my beard in the way?
Because it goes like this on the sides. That's how you
saw
know.
the corner? You saw that little corner?
I know your body, bro.
What?
I bet you do.
He's been in the pink room. He's been in the pink room.
And he's probably wearing the Hurricanes too, huh? The game shoes.
Now, weren't they they were Hurricanes?
Birdman's?
No, they were the Hurricanes.
They're like Reeboks or some shit.
Yeah, I had the Birdman's and it came with a money clip and a little pin that was a bird that you can put in through the holes of their laces.
What? He probably had the Dadas, huh? The one with the spinning wheel?
Oh, the Dadas? The Dadas.
Oh, I'm sorry, fool. You can't say Cazadores right, but you fucking say Dada right.
And I jump high, too.
Was that your jump?
No, my back hurts. Bro, I haven't been playing video games. Dude, I need a gamer chair or something because my back is tore up from sitting on the bed and playing, and then right here.
What do you think? Like everything on the monitor? Because fuck that.
And then sometimes I try to lay on my stomach, and then my shoulders fall asleep. But like, there's no circulation, and I'm like. But then you're so into the game because your headphone, everything's blocked out, so you're so into it. By the time you're done playing, your body is just like you're on drugs.
It's scary too with the Turtle Beach. So you hear everything. You're like, oh fuck. Why does Corey look like he's flirting with us right now?
I know.
Are you in bed?
Yeah, dude, I'm in bed now.
He's just laying there like, what's up, girl?
I hope this isn't how you flirted in fucking New Zealand, bro.
No, mine was more. It's weird. Like everyone's out and about in town. You just go up. You just talk to anyone. Like it's like here. You know, you don't really try to flirt, so to speak. You just hit it off. People are more open, I would say.
That was like the most subtle, like, yeah. I just fucking get bitches. Like,
yeah.
It's weird. Like, you just go up and talk to people, and, like, you're just be forward with your intentions. And, like, most chicks
they're like, yeah, like okay, cool.
Well, it's called nowadays they call it white privilege.
You call it what?
If you're walking on one side of the street, the lady with the purse isn't gonna go on the other side of the street. She'll walk right by you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Oh yeah.
He does that.
He just described the perfect world. I think we should end it with that.
Good, because I need to stretch. My back hurts.
All right, guys. Well, 7125media.com.
Wow.
How do I end this thing?